Maybe you can call a couple of those workers you had this week.
No. Their conversation would be longer than the time they showed up to work.
Kevin hired 2 new employees. Total worked
33 minutes.
33 minutes.
One was there for 30 minutes. The other one was for 3.
One stole his pocket knife.
Yeah, and one still has my pocket knife. And it's a nice pocket knife. I want that knife
You
back.
made him carry boulders.
Oh, yeah, 6 of them. 6 6-inch rocks. It was crazy. So that's another thing, you know, the workforce out there today, it's pretty rough, you know. I'm looking through my, here's one. I don't think you'll know who this is. Let's see if he's out there. Now, this guy's going to have some theories if he answers. You guys got your fingers crossed? He's probably not answering. I'm going to tell you why. Because he probably thinks I need help.
Again, back to the worker problem.
Yeah, that there again. I'm not answering that because he probably wants me to help him lift something. Looks like we're on strike 3 for me.
That's strike 4. You
Welcome
must
to
have had
the
a ball.
U.S. Cellular voicemail. 6202.
That would have been a good one. Okay, keep. You
He
guys
wouldn't,
talk.
he wouldn't know what the stench was because he smells like that every day.
Yeah, he does stink.
I got to thinking about the stench, and if there was one thing that I could bring back from COVID, that might be not being able to smell.
That's
Just for the fact, because that stench is. I drive a van for the kids at the school. I'll kind of talk about what I do. And
Sure.
When I go to Fulton, Fulton, small town of Fulton, can't miss it. I mean, you will miss it actually. I go out there, sunshine, roses, beautiful. And then I come to this town of Fort Scott. As soon as I get off the highway to get on 54, I mean, just an awful smell.
But there's been less talk about Cooper Street.
There has.
So it
So
has
it's
worked for the
starting to
city.
sound like, as you still on the commission board, it's starting to sound like maybe that this is an inside job.
I'm not going to say it is, but it probably is.
So you're pleading the fifth as well, kind of, bringing that up. Pat, do you ever go to the east side? Do you know what it is?
I live on the east side.
Okay. Up in Jonestown?
I've been, not yet.
Not yet, no.
Okay.
But I've been on the east side for 20-some years now.
Yeah, Pat.
That's
don't
true.
know. Pat's going to have a neighbor north of him, just south of the other house.
Uh-oh. Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen.
It might be a little bit, but we are rapidly building people up there. So
Yes.
we Finley had a good idea of just starting our own town and saying screw all this other crap, and we can just start our own. And
That is a great idea. Save
Will
on
you still
taxes.
pay taxes?
to the,
Do you believe in that?
No, I won't, but you guys will.
Okay.
But your
We'll
Facebook
pay.
post the other day said no more higher taxes. So if you start taxes at your place, then that's going to be higher taxes.
Yeah, but I'll spend it wisely.
Are you going to have to get off the septic?
No, we'll just keep dumping on Cooper Street, right down the hill.
So where is O'Brien's dumping their concrete?
We're trying another one.
Okay.
Hello.
Hey, you're live on the air with 2 fatties and a peg leg. How's your morning going?
Oh, great.
Great. We're just doing some random call-outs of people that are in different areas of the community and asking them their take on what's going on. I mean, I know there's probably things on your mind that maybe there's rubbed you wrong or that you're excited about in the community as well as in the world in general. I'm just throw it out there, spitballing and seeing what's going on.
Hey, let's start. You're an east sider, right?
Yep.
What do you think of the poop smell?
Or can you smell the poop in the air this morning?
I don't enjoy it. I don't know. I don't really have a take. I'm not sure why they can't get it under control.
I
Have
think
you
it's an inside job.
have you been outside?
I kind of am wondering why Josh hasn't fixed it yet.
That's a good
But-
point. Now, Josh, you mean he's one of the leaders in the community.
Right. Well, yeah. I thought so, but he can't seem to fix the smell, so
Yikes.
I don't know.
Wow, wow, wow.
Is that the only thing you can't fix?
Well,
Just call her. With this whole
Okay.
goddamn
do
episode.
you guys want to talk about Cooper Street?
So you guys want to talk about... Oh, we got a breaking call coming in. No, we don't know who that is. We're not taking that. Okay, and that may be Tom. We've had a little trouble this morning. Aaron, if you don't mind, can I call you Aaron? So we've had a little trouble this morning getting a hold of our last guest, Tom. We don't know where he's at. His phone is going to, it's just going straight to voicemail.
Colorado.
Yeah, it's probably we're probably going to get some phone
We need to
calls.
get somebody out to 6th Street gas station and see if he's there.
I never thought about that. Are you available right now to drive up to 6th Street, Aaron? We need you to go on a Tom search.
I can probably locate him pretty fast, but I don't think is the pawn shop open today.
The pawn shop's closed, but Hall's is open. I seen it on the way to
Okay,
town.
yeah. Well, that narrows it down pretty easy then.
So here's another thing we're thinking, because Tom wasn't real. He wasn't real secure in the fact that he finds good characters at the gas station. He said that's not where you find them. If we were willing to put you in charge of that, would you go to Halls and set up a live broadcast from Halls to report to us as things come in?
I wish I had time for that, but I'm going to have to pass on the 6th Street gas station.
No, we don't want you at 6th Street. We want you at Halls.
Oh, okay. I'm going to pass
We already
on
got
that
6th
one
Street
also.
covered.
Yeah, I don't visit Halls a lot.
Well, that's sad to hear. Anything else going on out there?
I don't think so.
Really?
Streets are quiet. Yep.
That is odd, because when you call you and you're not on the air, there is a lot going on.
Yeah. There's a lot going on with you, too, that you don't talk about on there.
What? How's the school district doing? Anything
Yeah.
You know what? I'm probably not going to talk about that either.
there? Oh.
Yeah.
Yep.
Cat got your tongue today, huh?
It reminds me, Aaron, if I
Go
can,
ahead.
it reminds me a lot of me in high school. A lot of, I was really, really tough until the guy that I was being tough about showed up
Here
in
we
front
go.
of me, and then
You know what? I'll say I'm happy with Dusty.
yeah, I think he's doing a great
He's
job.
Good dude.
Yeah,
Yeah, I do too.
What do you think
Absolutely.
of the previous one?
I'm gonna give you a Pat Wood laugh on that.
I like Dusty better.
I'm glad you did that because I was about to pass out. That is so hard to laugh like that dog. I swear. Takes all your. Pat and I may be on a breakup after this show.
Again.
Yeah.
To follow up with the question why we called you the poop smell, do you think it's an inside job? Do you think it may be what Josh put on Facebook, that it's just the aggregator or whatever it is?
Agitator.
Agitator.
Yeah,
Aggregator.
I'm a hater.
That's
Yes.
that's what Aaron is aggregator.
Do you
I
think?
learned from the best. Also, here's a question for you guys.
Uh-oh.
I didn't see any names specifically on Josh's post. Could he maybe
Ooh,
elaborate a little bit on that?
this is a
Who
good
we
one.
talking
Ooh.
about?
His Facebook
And which post? Could you just
Yeah, hang up.
recite that post?
It's got to have a hang up button.
There's no hang up button, and he is on the air.
Josh's Facebook post. I think we all know which one. And also, Josh, Pete is proud of you because you wouldn't have made that post 2 years ago.
That's true.
You
I did
finally-
see that comment.
You finally grown a set, Pete says, and you'll make that post now.
Next
So I
caller.
want you to know
See,
that
this
Pete-
is
Next
this
caller.
is the Jaron. I don't know how to say his name.
Jaron Hootie.
Jaron Nudie.
Jaron Hootie.
Who the hell's
Hootie.
So, Josh, are you not going to talk about that?
My gosh.
You know, it's
No.
really
I
hard
think-
as a producer of the show to get Josh to speak on anything that people want to know about the city.
Yeah.
We're so
You
much
can-
bigger than the city.
I think Pat said his name last time and it was fine. You just have to change it, right, Pat?
I don't remember.
Yeah, we're trying to reach out to a broader audience, but that's a valid question because
I mean, we could easily.
it
Make
is
a
on
local
social
hour.
media. I think Josh probably would love to elaborate a little bit.
Yeah, I think he owes it
Well,
to the
We'll
list.
just see if Pete's right. Is Pete right?
After going through Kevin's whole ordeal when he was on the commission, I got to be very careful what I'm saying because I went through that whole lawsuit. So,
Yeah,
Censure.
not
You don't-
lying.
Can you
So-
say
If you don't say
censure?
anything, Pete is going to be real disappointed.
and
in
you remembered how talkative Kevin was after he was censured. He wasn't.
I was not.
He was not.
I was very, as Jimmy Lee would say, nervous.
You know,
because
that
in-
goes
I'd
back to
put it
what
as
we were
pouty.
Talking about because actually, you know what? We'll hold off on that.
Here, in
Anyways,
today's world, let me just explain it to you like this. In today's world, people are easily offended. We all know that. And
Yeah.
you know, I just joked earlier about I can make fun of crippled people because I'm crippled.
No,
you still
you
can't
can
do
You're
that.
making fun of women.
This is what their
Because you're
theory
crippled.
is, but
You know,
we're
that's
not going to
why
go to that.
I try to steer clear of any issues and not offend anybody.
Yeah, of course you don't. But anyway, you know that I understand Josh's thing completely because it takes the wind out of your sails whenever you have somebody that whether they make false accusations or what have you. And going back to the censorship, I think I'm still censored.
How do you
Yeah,
have a podcast?
I think so.
I don't even know if I can do this podcast, guys.
No. Aaron, we got one
Yeah,
other
that's a good
question we were
point.
talking about earlier. What do you think about this whole paying off student loans?
I don't really care about it. I got bigger fish to fry than if someone gets their student loans paid off.
It's your money.
You don't think
Yeah.
someone that went to school has $60,000 in a liberal arts degree, that they're fine getting their student loan paid off?
Well, I think they're only going to pay off like what, 10 grand?
But question then is for people like Pat that paid off his education, does he get a check for $10,000?
Yeah.
Did you go to
Yeah, I
college,
don't
Aaron?
think so. What? Yep.
Or Baron? Or Jaron, whatever we needed to call you.
All
Did
right.
you
Yeah, I
did you
did.
take out any loans?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm in the same boat as you are. I definitely took out some loans as well, so
My wife
Here's the
has,
thing: is I will say that I am all for it if it lasts the next 4 to 6 years.
Yeah, same here. While our kids are going through
because then Skitch
Oh,
will
yeah.
officially get a degree because he will go back.
That's true. I'll go
Well,
back and actually
can we-
get one.
Can we
Aaron,
push that a little bit, Pat? Can we push that to like 15 years?
Well,
hey,
Ish.
trivia question. Out of the four of us here, which one of us did not go to college?
Josh.
Oh, fuck.
It shows.
it's
doesn't it?
obvious.
Yeah.
That's
And Tom
amazing.
thinks I'm the idiot.
Everyone believed that Kevin went to fucking college.
I know. It's crazy.
And what's your deal with gravity, Skip? Anyways.
Well, here's the thing. I mean,
your
Tom,
deal
when
with
Tom
gravity,
spoke
dude?
about the North and the South flipping upside down, somebody's getting dumped.
And have you seen the earthquakes in the last month, Aaron? In Missouri
Yeah.
and Kansas?
Well, I've got a plumb bob here at the house,
Is that
so
a-
I
Is that a curtain?
probably know more than most people about that.
Let me tell you about plumb bobs. You can't find them in the hardware store now. They're
Do you
sold
only need
out.
No,
one,
it's sold
or is it
out.
like one per room you need? To
One
make
per
sure?
room.
No,
One per
We
kid.
just keep one there in the main entrance.
Well, I'm glad you got out and was one of the lucky ones that got one quick because you listened to the podcast. Anybody listen to the podcast, please get your plumb bobs ready because it's coming. And I wish we could get Tom on the air to talk about it. Listen, Aaron.
Would you be willing to go paint the ship?
If we can find that sucker, yeah. Hell yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Because
probably
after
end
all
up
these
left
years, I'm
everything.
pretty sure it's going to need some work.
Uh-huh.
Well, listen,
Yeah, or-
hey, go ahead.
Yep.
Nope, go ahead. Listen,
We
that's
appreciate
good.
you
I'm done.
taking our call, and we may call in on you periodically and check on things. We just wanted to reach out to somebody in your area to find out how the smell was doing this morning.
Yep, appreciate that.
Okay. Well, you have a good rest of your day, buddy.
Yeah, you too.
We'll see you. That was a good call.
Fart?
No. Did you bring the fart spray back in?
Is it coming to the west side as we speak?
Are you on the west side or east side here? You're kind of right in the middle.
Well, yeah. No, this is West Side. Definitely West Side.
Well, you're talking about this.
Absolutely.
Where do you?
Shop?
Where do you?
I thought you were talking
classify
about
the
where he
divide?
lives now.
I thought the divide
Train
would be
tracks.
69.
Nope.
Oh,
It's
train
always
tracks.
been the train tracks.
Yep. In my world, it has been. East side of the tracks, West side tracks.
All right.
I think the split on North and South is going to be 6th.
So back in the day, was there a spat between the East Siders and the West Side boys?
Obviously. Yeah, I mean, the two schools, that separated us. And that was one of the smartest things that our local community did was combine those schools together, in my opinion, for a couple reasons. One, it shows people what it's like to wait on a train.
Right.
Because the East Siders been waiting on trains for their whole lives trying to get over to the restaurants and Walmart or whatever you need. But the West Siders never had the experience waiting on train because there ain't nothing over
don't
here to
even
get
know
to.
what roads to take.
No,
they don't know the shortcuts to the middle school.
Woo, mass hysteria. Oh, we have to wait under the 3rd Street train. It's going to fall on us. It was crazy. But I think it was great that they joined those schools. When that was not joined, it was East Side, West Side. I mean, bad because West Side kids were more privileged in our minds.
So
East
Except
Side.
for you with the
I had color TV.
I
And
mean, he had color TV,
And an television.
Jordans, the boom box.
you're not even a true East Sider. If you had Jordans and a color TV when you were young,
He's got you.
I didn't have when I was young. The Jordans, I still had the winner's choice, if you remember the story correctly. I had to buy those as I became
Did you have
an
your
adult.
own bike?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and it was chrome.
Yeah.
I ain't
He's
gonna
not
lie.
your East Sider. I grew
I-
up on Little on the East Side, and me and my two buddies had to share one bike.
That was probably personal choice.
Well, we had pegs.
One seat.
Pegs.
One seat, but we had
That
pegs on the
explains
front and
it.
back tire.
Yeah, one set of pegs, one seat.
We do have a peg leg. so-
Hold on tight.
And a peg for a seat.
I will just say that going down Little Street Hill, if you are from Fort Scott, when your back tire blows out, it's never good.
oh yeah, yeah.
That's a tough upbringing. I'm really
So,
glad you
Kevin,
made
did
it
you-
Oh, it
through
was
that.
terrible. I can't
Did
believe I
you
made
ever
it through
meet West Siders at 6th Street?
The gas station?
Yeah.
No. We did most of our fighting back in the day.
I thought
Once-
you would always behind 6th
yeah,
Street.
at 3:30.
Most of your fighting when you're
Yeah.
50 years old against 65-year-old men.
Down
We
just
will
south,
not
just
talk
south
about
of
it.
6th
Still
Street.
fighting behind there. Come to think of it, that's a good point,
Speaking of
Josh.
fighting,
Well, no, anyway, so
how
let's
many
take
fights
a-
have you been in your life?
Oh, quite a few.
Okay, 4 or 5.
No,
What
Okay,
is considered
how
a
many?
fight?
Have,
20.
How many have been over
Minimum.
the age of 65?
3, I believe. 2 I can remember, but
And
I
did-
think you're going to throw a third one.
And did you win any of those?
I stay with the fact that I won all 3 of them, and I don't even remember who the third one was. But Jason would tell a different story, and if he would have
It's
videotaped it,
Jason.
Jason.
yeah. But when we were in school, that's when you scheduled your fights. Actually, this is difference in times. Our gym teacher came up with the idea that kids that had a problem with each other would challenge each other at lunch hour. We'd put the gloves on and we'd fight each other from the
Good
on
old
the
days.
on the floor. Yeah, you
Good
go out there
Back
with the
in
gloves
my
on
day.
and just beat the crap
They
out
do
of
the
each other.
same thing in his age, but now instead of gloves, they do keyboards. And
Oh.
they just fight
Keyboard
each other on
warriors.
the keyboard.
Right. You throw ice at each other, fire. And, yeah. What was that? What was that
Are
game?
you bringing up like Harry Potter or something right now?
No, it was the one. And you throw the ice.
Mortal Kombat.
Yes. And what did they-
Sub-Zero.
Yeah. And what did they say once you
Finish.
finish him? Yeah, that always scared me to death. I still have not finish him. So,
So if
but-
somebody in my generation came up to you
That's the
and
same-
did that to you, are you running or are you still fighting?
no, I'm throwing ice at you.
Is that the same thing you hear at night now?
Anyway, so we these guys got killed. A bunch of top Ragundiers over here. Finish him.
Best one.
Oh yeah.
Dang, Josh. Good one.
So we would
That's
meet.
staying.
If you challenged somebody and it was a real fist fight, not gym class type deal, that was our meeting spot behind C-Mart at 3:30, and you went back there and just slugged the shit out of each other.
3:30
But
at the bike rack.
out of my 20 fights, if that's what the number was, I'd say my win percentage is probably about 8%. I did not win very many fights.
No, but Kenny did for you.
Yeah,
Kenny finished him.
I had an Uncle Fred that was kind of pretty good at that kind of extracurricular activity, and I would ask him to tell me his fights. He wouldn't tell me, but he said there's 10 bad men in this world, and 9 of them send me a Christmas card every year. I told him I would love to be able to say that, and he said, I feel like you probably have people that do your fighting for you, so he said, I ain't bad, but the bad don't mess with me. So yeah, I had some finishers.
For the listeners that don't do math very well, 8% of 20 fights is 1.5.
That's probably about correct.
You had that one at Sharky's.
Now that was a good win.
Yeah.
The Sharkies one was good. Out of towner, come in there. It was a table full of tough guys. Had the camo on, face paint.
You know what Kevin's finishing move is?
Throat punch.
Throat punch.
Oh, I really didn't want you guys to throw that out there because
Now
if we
they're
have
blocking
listeners
it.
that are
Next
going
time he has a fight, they're blocking that.
absolutely they pull one of these up with a throat punch. I can't.
Like Three Stooges, but
Yeah.
down the throat. Yeah.
It was all very simple back in the day if people just paid attention. But I did have someone teach me about the throat punch. It came in handy that night. Gentleman, very much in disagreement with me, and he was a larger guy.
Didn't you have one at Halls on Wall too?
I don't remember that one. No, I don't.
Over a truck.
Yeah, I do recall something about that, but there was
Threw him
no.
up on the hood.
Yes, no, that was at the laundromat.
Oh.
Sorry, wrong location. But back to the Rusty's when that guy did fold like a sack of potatoes after he received his throat punch. Thankfully.
How did you know as you're running out the door?
That's what I'm saying. No, they held me back. That was the best part.
Oh,
Was it an
They held
actual
me back.
punch or like a chop?
No, it was open web. See, I tell people when you see this, that's just kind of a warning. If that thumb comes fully back
if it
like
gets
that,
cocked.
yeah, don't make me cock it. Because once you see that on the
Yeah,
table,
Same thing you tell your girlfriend.
next thing you know, pow! You're done.
thought they
You're
called
done.
that the
You're going to
shocker.
sleep.
Do you make the
Is that-
noises while you do it?
No, I try to keep it silent.
Bang!
A couple more words out of this guy, he's going to experience one.
I'm ready.
But see, on you, I have to go extra hard because you
I
got
don't
a
have a
lot
neck.
of meat around.
Oh yeah, we don't
your-
have necks. Us
Yeah,
bigger boys
I mean,
don't
I
have
got
necks.
to pow.
Please cut that. You have so many stuff you. For you, I got to go extra hard because there's extra meat. You got to start cutting.
Save. I say save.
Or yeah, save it. Yeah.
Okay, enough about me. What else is going on?
Pat, you ever get in any fights
Yeah.
besides the breakup? That
We
won't
used
talk
to
about?
fight in high school. We had a cemetery that was bordered our high school grounds, and we would all go to the cemetery and fight
That's
in the
morbid.
cemetery. Yeah.
Yeah. Easy place to leave your opponent.
And I still remember to this day, group of guys coming and walking through the tombstones together to meet up. That's a true story.
Man.
End of story.
Great story.
That one kind of went somewhere. It was good.
I like it.
What is your win ratio? Win to loss ratio?
I'd have to say 65 to 75%
On the loss side?
on the win side.
Okay. Okay.
But I only,
That's
I
good.
only pick on little
People like me.
Yes.
But that's smart. That's smart. But when you do have that one loss to somebody like me, very embarrassing. Very embarrassing.
Yeah.
Climb me like a spider monkey.
Here's
Not strong, fast. Josh, what about you? This is interesting. I don't see you as a guy that's probably got into a lot of fisticuffs.
only one time.
One time. And who with?
That 8-year-old girl's not the same. Since
And you were what, 30?
34, yeah. No, I don't know if I've ever. Well, maybe 5th grade. You know, when you're going through school, you have little stuff. But
I don't know about that. You had little stuff? Go ahead. Into the mic.
maybe one or two in grade school. But other than that, no.
So, nothing really that stands
I'm
out.
not kind of as arrogant and cocky as you, so I guess people.
I got
like
a
me.
good story. So
First of all, what's his win ratio? Win to loss ratio?
he only had one fight.
I know.
And it was an 8-year-old
Still
girl.
get a
He's
ratio out of
0-1.
it.
I
He's
lost.
still 0-1.
He lost.
So in South Dakota, we just had street dances. That's all we would do during the summer. And at these street dances, we'd sit around and drink beer and listen to music. And at one point, one of my buddies was dating a girl from another town, and we were at that street dance. And
We're getting a call. We got to take this. This is another one of our roving reporters. This caller is coming
Save the
to us
street
from
dance.
out into the country, so let's take this call real quick. Hello, you're live with two fatties and a peg leg.
What's up?
Hey, not much. We're just wondering. We're trying to get some feedback from the people out in the community, and we knew you was going to be. We've taken some calls from other people that are in different sectors of inside the town, but we want to know what's going on out in the country.
Well, you know, hard work and dedication.
Okay, I think we've got the wrong person. I must have this label. Because did you just say hard work and what?
Dedication.
did you just get up? Is that why you called us back at 10 o'clock?
No, motherfucker. Taking a shit. I just had time to call back.
That was a long shit.
I'm jumping you on. No, I'm taking one now. I just got time to call you back.
Oh, he's
Oh, thank
figured it
goodness
out.
we didn't get a FaceTime video.
You know,
You
hard
don't
to
have.
do on an old fucking flip phone.
You still rolling a flip phone?
You know it.
But he upgraded. He got an iPad, so he can
I'm
get
a-
all it.
Oh, I see.
Have you been listening to our podcast, there, buddy?
The fucking tablet's always dead.
Oh,
You know, you look at porn so long that it dies.
And your mom doesn't mind that while you're in the house?
Yeah, no. The house is full of my brother there all the time. I usually go somewhere else.
Out in the field.
The barn.
Yeah. Got to watch out for cucklebirds this time of year.
And for those listeners that are wondering who we've got here on the line, it was kind of a mystery.
The legend.
This is a legend of the northwest end of Bourbon County. Keith Meach, the man that songs have been written over. Yes. Yeah, we got. Can you hear that, Keith?
Hear what?
That our studio audience was applauding for you.
Oh, is that what that was?
Yeah,
Kinda like crumple.
they're excited.
Oh, yeah.
So what's been going on? I mean, what's exciting out there? Tell us a story. You're always good for a good story. Tell us something within the last couple of years that we
No,
have not.
I got a question. for you.
We got a question coming
Keith,
in.
we were just talking about our fights that we've been in over the years. What would you say that your win-loss ratio is?
He's gonna lie.
I'd say I lost more than I won,
That's a good point. That's a good one. That's a good.
but I've never ran away.
No, we've seen Kevin do that, but
I mean, I'm way more fucking dumb than I am smart when it comes to that.
yeah.
Yeah, this could be a new segment. We have Tom on the east side. Now we got toilet news with Meach.
Yeah, and I will say something. I don't know what Keith said while I was gone refilling my coffee. But here's an interesting fact about Keith Meach's fights. If you've ever seen one, and I've seen a couple of them, and one vividly stands out in my mind at Hometown one night, and his voice will raise probably 7 or 8 octaves.
Mm-hmm.
You will think that you're getting ready to be supported by an older lady. The way he starts screaming and yelling and jumping up and down. Now, heaven forbid, his hat gets knocked off, because then you realize Keith's bald,
Hey,
and it's very
I'm at an
disturbing.
advantage. Getting the light, I'm at an advantage. I can blind my opponent.
That's true, because you have the shiniest forehead.
Except where you got in a fight with that albino.
That's true.
That's a true story too.
He knocked me around a little bit.
Yep.
Wow. So what was the ratio he gave off while I was gone?
More. He lost more than he won.
Well, thank you for your honesty, Keith, because Pat has told us that he won like 65, 70%. So we're going to have our people check in on that too, because
But I told him that I only beat or fought smaller people, smaller guys, not girls like Josh.
I bigger people that way. When I did lose, it didn't look bad
Right.
absolutely.
for the albino.
Yeah, he punched you like 10 times before you even got a shot in.
Anything exciting, Keith? Horse wrecks, anything lately?
Nope. Kind of on the slow side, Just not doing anything stupid.
Would you be okay with Kevin singing your song on our podcast sometime?
I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
He's supposed to put it on the fifth wheel jukebox so I get royalties, and he never did.
Well, we're still.
We're going to go back to Nashville and record it.
Yeah, I got to get in the studio. I got to get in the studio again, Keith.
So we have a smell here in town lately, and I'm just wondering right now, can you smell that smell in the bathroom?
Yeah.
Have you witnessed the smell in town with our sewer?
No, I haven't. I heard about it.
You did. What'd you hear?
It's a lie.
I heard it smelled like shit when you come down the bypass on the north end.
I don't know how you can even smell it with all that shit on your boots.
I said I didn't witness it. I was told about it.
Oh,
Yeah, Keith's been known to do some wild stuff, like go out without cleaning up. He always smells like cow doo-doo in the bar. He's been known to ride his horse through the bar. That was a good story. Keith, could you tell us what was going through your head that night?
Hey, is it actually going out if you don't ever go home? Just stay out, right?
That's true. That's true. One story I would like to hit on. Now, this is one of my more interesting stories about Keith. And Keith don't mind the truth. That's a good part about him. He has been known to, again, ride the horse through the bar. That was a great night. I wasn't there, but I heard about it. One night, he had made it all the way to the old highway where he was going to be safe to get home, but realized he was hungry. Decided he would grab a couple burgers from McDonald's. And he did.
chicken flag.
Grabbed, how many McChickens and how many burgers did you get, Keith?
There was a double burger, whatever the fuck it is. And,
McDouble.
double, and then a McChicken, extra mayo.
Extra mayo.
Landed in my ear.
So, well, you had to ruin the story. Oh, we're getting another caller now. We're gonna have to call him back. We're not gonna end this story, but so as the story goes, Keith's leaving. He sees a police officer. He goes a different direction. By the time it gets done, he's seen in total about 3 officers.
Send that
And-
to voicemail.
Oh,
Did we lose Keith now?
We lost both of them.
I just hit the wrong because ding shit here made me hit the wrong buttons.
You had to send it to voicemail so we didn't hear the boop boop at the
Did
end.
you tell a story about him riding a horse through the bar, then you just stop and go into something else? I mean, that's
Because he's
Do you like that?
It'd be nice to
it's
know.
not something I see every day.
What?
Sorry. Sorry about that, Keith. We dropped you off there for a second. Josh wants to hear a little bit more about the horse story before
just
we
finished
Gosh.
the wreck first story.
Okay, first I'll finish the wreck. Okay.
You're supposed to be like Pat, never finishing a story.
Hey,
Thank you,
watch it.
We've already been discussing that this morning. He's already told 2 dead-end stories.
That is known all around.
Who's the producer of this show?
So Keith is
All right, let Keith finish
he's
the story.
eluding the police. He now realizes he's going to take the route he's going to take is out Horton to Rock Creek Road, out by the airport, around through Hell's Bend, all the way out to Hammond. It's like a 60-mile jaunt, something like that. And as he realizes that there's no one behind him, he decides to finally relax a little bit and grab his sandwich. As he reaches for his sandwich, he finds the burger, but no McChicken. He's upset because they didn't give him the chicken. As he finally finds the chicken, he hears the rustling of trees, and that's his Dodge driving out through the timber. He's now smashed up in the timber, has to call for help, calls a friend. A friend goes out, picks him up, and they're
Forgot
going...
about squeeze the McChicken so hard.
Right.
I threw it.
Right, yes. Yeah, so you squeeze the McChicken. You didn't even get to enjoy the McChicken, am I correct?
I fucking threw it trying to drive out of the ditch, which just I cut right down in there first.
So he had the McChicken.
So he had the McChicken, but he threw it out of anger, which is
Yeah.
unlike Keith Meach.
But he found out he was bleeding from his ear.
Yeah, as they're going home, the friend says, I can't believe you didn't get hurt. And he said, I didn't. A minute later, Keith said, uh-oh. He said, what? And I said, I think I'm bleeding out of my ear. He reaches in his ear. They turn the dome light on.
The light. Gotta turn on the light. What is that?
Turn on the light. So as the other person turns on the light, he looks and it's mayonnaise that's jammed up in his ear.
From the McChicken.
From the McChicken. End of story. So what about the horse deal, Keith? Tell us about what kind of events led up to you unloading your pony and riding it through the bar there.
Alcohol. Alcohol.
Send to voicemail. Middle.
Oh.
There you go.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you to our producer. He's teaching me how to run my phone. Okay, so alcohol led up to that. You just rode your horse through, and that was it.
Alcohol and peer pressure.
Did you have clothes on?
All of them.
Thank you. And the whole town thanks you, for, by the way.
Why can't we hear part of the Keith Meach song now?
Now, there's several of these things you'll hear about in the Keith Meach song, and we're just going to save those for another podcast. This one's getting...
You have the man on the phone.
Oh, we'll call him back at that time. Keith's been a good customer.
Why are you so scared to sing it anymore? You've forgotten the words.
No, I haven't forgotten the words.
Yeah, you are.
No, Keith, and just to let you guys, just a little bit of a teaser, this song, Keith's life is like a country song. I mean, every time when he was working for Stoughton's, we heard these stories every day about, oh, this old horse, this old blue roan chicken bone hatchet ass bitch. And he's always trying to impress us with cowboy stuff. He wore spurs putting plastic pipe together. I don't know what's going on in his world. But I said, your life is so much... Huh?
I don't think that ever happened.
Yes, you did. I'll vouch for that one.
Yeah, you wore spurs on tennis shoes. I saw you one day with spurs on your flip-flops. Remember that?
I think you're thinking of somebody else now.
I don't think I've never seen him in flip flops, and I would not want to either.
No, not with those toes.
I do not have any Jesus shoes.
It's Sunday, Keith. So anyway, we'll be calling you back from time to time, but we appreciate you reporting from what things are like out in the country, and be safe out there, buddy.
Adios, amigos.
See ya.
See you, bud.
Is
I
he a
think we-
regulator?
I think no.
No.
I think we need to post that picture of him on Facebook.
Which one's that?
The one that I found. I'm looking.
Okay,
for
do I need to call the other person back?
Try Tom
This
Dick
one.
one more time.
this one?
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Now that is a character off the movie Young
Young
Guns.
Guns.
I just watched the other day. I can't recall the guy's name,
That is identical.
but I text Pat and I said, "This is Keith Meach, movie star, right here. Dirty old scoundrel." I'm gonna try Tom one more time here because we got to know. I just want to know that Tom's safe.
Maybe that was him calling back from a
6
different number.
2 0.
No, it's not.
He would have left a voicemail.
Yep, Tom's he's AWOL.